The hardest things about being a YouTuber? Where do you start? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Viva Frei, a Montreal litigator turned YouTuber, father of two dogs, one of whom is paralyzed in the back legs. I've been making daily videos for over 2 years now. Daily videos every day in and day out for over 2 years. And for those of you who don't know me, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you do it now, it saves me having to remind you to do it at the end of the video, but I'm still gonna do that anyhow because apparently I don't ask enough for people to subscribe, like, share, and do all those things that you're supposed to do. Take a minute, hit the like button, smash it. I hate that, you know what, forget that. Tap the like button, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, family, and help me grow this channel. I have been killing myself keeping to this schedule and content creation for over 2 years now. Okay, forget it. Back to the video. Hardest things about being a YouTuber. Money is the most obvious one. People look at YouTubers and they think that the exceptions are the rules. The PewDiePies, the Caseys, the, I don't know, top 10, Karina Garcia. Oh, you know, the people with millions of subscribers. The channels with millions of subscribers generally are going to be making enough money to survive. They represent 1/10 of 1% of YouTubers out there. 99% of the YouTubers out there are not making sustainable income from YouTubing. Why? There are not an infinite many ways to make money on YouTube. You have AdSense revenue. You get about $1,000 per million views. So if you want to make, let's just say minimum wage, $30,000 a year, you need 30 million views a year on YouTube in order to win a minimum wage life. That's not easy. And that's if you don't share your views with licensing agencies who take 40 or 50%, in which case you need to make 60 million views a year just to be able to try and hopefully net $30,000 a year. It's virtually impossible unless you get to the levels of the big YouTubers with millions of subscribers who get millions of views consistently on their videos. Other ways you can make money, video licensing. But video licensing is not hit and miss and not erratic. It's just not sufficiently consistent or predictable in order to gauge a lifestyle on that type of income. And then you have brand deals and sponsorships, which too are difficult to get. You need to be of a certain size in order to get them. Is there too much water on the... whatever, you're gonna live with it. It's a little difficult to get brand and sponsorship deals. You need to be of a certain size YouTube channel to even attract that type of attention. And then it's always the conflict that you don't want to just sell out just for the sake of getting a few $1,000 because it ends up killing your brand and your channel. Hold on, let's clean this off. And brand deals, you have to be big enough to get the brand deals, and it's sort of like that vicious circle where you have to be big enough to get them, but you need to get them in order to build your content, because brand deals do two things. They give you remuneration for the brand sponsorship, but they also help with original content. Prime example, you know, if you get a camera to test out, it makes for good, compelling content. But like startup tech companies, they're not necessarily going to pick someone like me to do a brand deal with because I have maybe 40 some odd thousand subscribers and I maybe get 1,000 views per video consistently on standard videos, the ones that don't go viral. So you need to be of a sufficient size of a channel, have a sufficient audience retention, viewership rate in order to get these brand deals in the first place. So it's difficult to make money, and it's even more difficult to make a living off of YouTube. I've been doing it, call it full-time, for 2 years. It's been about 4 years since I've been putting up videos, but 2 years plus since I've been doing it on a daily basis. You know, I've been doing it full-time, but I'm still working as a lawyer. I'm still working at a digital marketing agency, doing content creation. I'm working 3 jobs and doing this full-time because I love it and because I'm hoping to make, call it a stable living out of it. Hopefully we'll get there, whatever. But, you know, bringing this back to life, it's no different than anything else. YouTube, you eat what you kill. When I'm a lawyer, and as a lawyer, you eat what you kill. It's not because you have a law degree that you're raking in $1 million a year. On the contrary, there are a lot of starving lawyers out there who can't get clients, who can't retain clients. It's a competitive world in law. Not just that, with the advent of the internet, a lot of clients don't need lawyers anymore. We have sort of lost our monopoly on the legal industry because of the access to information that everyone is empowered with. And when people think of lawyers, they think, oh, they make a lot of money. When I got out of law school, I was lucky. I was like of the 1% graduates that got a job at a big law firm. And it was great. You know, at a big law firm, you make reasonable money. You started off at $80,000 a year before tax. It's like $50,000 after tax. It's a paycheck every 2 weeks. You are grateful for the paycheck. You're grateful, you're fortunate, but it comes with the obligation of working 100-hour weeks. It comes with the sacrifice of giving up your personal life in pursuit of this career that you've chosen. The law firms pay you the relative big bucks, but they expect something in return, and that is basically 24/7 accessibility, productivity. They need to make money off of the salary that they're paying you. You're lucky if you're the 1% that gets out of law school and gets a job at a big law firm. And then you have some lawyers who are not fortunate enough to get a job at a big firm, medium firm. They go out and they bust their butts working on their own, eating what they kill, finding their own clients, trying to get clients when they don't have the experience that other lawyers who have interned at big firms have. And it's sort of that catch-22 like in YouTube. The lawyer with no experience has difficulty getting and retaining clients, but they can't get and retain clients in order to get the experience that they need to get more clients. It's like YouTube. You need to be of a certain size to get the big brand deals, but you don't get the big brand deals until you're of a certain size. Clean it up again. Let's do this. Now, I have a saying that I'm always honest, but I'm going to be blunt. This is going to be beyond blunt. This is going to be a confession. The hardest thing that I find about YouTube, it is very difficult to not take the absence of your desired or expected results personally. You put in hours and hours of work into a video. You think it's great. You think it should do very well. You think it's going to be the next viral smash. You put it up there. It gets a few hundred views, and then it's dead in the water. It's very difficult not to take that personally. And personally in the sense I mean, like, why isn't anyone watching this? Is it bad? Am I not giving anything of value? Am I not as insightful as I think I am? Is my work just garbage? And there's one way to take it personally like that, as in sort of a defensive, I'm not good enough. Then the other way that you take it personally is, do people not like me for some reason? Did I do something to someone? Did I do something to the YouTube algorithm that it has me on a blacklist? And one of the difficulties is not letting your imagination run wild when you don't think you're getting the results that you have worked for and that are correlative to the level of work you put into it. Not letting your imagination run wild as to why you're not getting the results you expect is very difficult. And it's not much different than the practice of law. When you put in hours into drafting proceedings, pleading in front of a judge, you've poured your heart and soul into it, you've put in the time, you've put in the effort, you've put in the research, you've put in the hard work, you've put in the hours, and at the end of the day, the judge says, case dismissed. It's like putting a video up on the internet and it gets a few hundred views and then it is dead. Why did the judge dismiss my case? What was it that I said that the judge did not like? And you start to think, like, does the judge have something personally against me? Did my father and this judge have a tiff 20 years ago that the judge is now taking out on me? Does the judge not like my face? Does the judge not like the fact that I'm young and he thinks I'm arrogant or cocky? Does he not like the way I'm dressed? You start to think of explanations above and beyond the effort that's gone in as to why you're not getting the results that you want, and your mind can run wild easily. And then going back to YouTube, one of the most difficult things, and it's a temptation that I fight every day of the week, is not compromising yourself or your morals or your principles in order to get the success that you are striving for. And what I mean by that is, I have gigs of footage that I know would have gone viral for whatever the reason, but it's not stuff that I want to become known for. It's not the type of content that I want to be out there. Oftentimes it's stuff that comes at the expense of somebody else, because the internet loves laughing at people. And so you have like videos where your kids have done something virally hilarious, but you know that they would be embarrassed about it if you put it out there and they saw it 10 years from now. And it's not just a question of exploiting others. I have content that would be exploitive of myself, like stuff that is degrading in a sense, but it would make for great content, but it's just not what I want to be, and it's not what I want my brand to be on YouTube. And the greatest difficulty is not succumbing to that desire of publishing something that you know you might regret, or that you know doesn't define who you are, but you're so tempted because you know it would go viral if you put it on the internet. I was in a city and I saw two homeless people fighting in a street, and I had my camera with me. I was like, holy cows, this could be viral. You put this up there and everyone's going to see two homeless people fighting. I was like, that is exploitive and demeaning of other human beings, and it's not what my channel's about, and it's not what I'm about. Viral or not, it's not what I want to be known for, and it's not the imprint I want to leave on this earth. And avoiding politics. I could have the greatest, most insightful political channel on the internet, but I'm not interested in that being the legacy that I leave on this earth at this point in time. Maybe I'll start a political channel, but this channel didn't start off as political. The people who subscribe to it are not expecting political content, and I'm not interested in alienating half the people who have subscribed to my channel by deciding to get political. It's actually one of the things that Casey Neistat did that I found really breached a level of trust between subscribers and content creators. His video where he told his subscribers to vote for Hillary Clinton, I thought that crossed the line of the relationship between content creator and subscriber, because he's not a Young Turks, he's not a Mark Dice, he's not an Amazing Lucas. I didn't follow him for political guidance, and when it came unsolicited and quite in your face, I found it crossed the line, and it's a line that I don't want to cross, but man, I could do it well if I want to do it, because I could be witty, I'm insightful, I'm knowledgeable about politics. The other thing, succeeding in the world of politics means having a sharp tongue, it means insulting people, it means scoring points at other people's expense, not the energy I want to bring into this world or leave with it when I go. Another thing that's difficult about YouTube, again though not unique to YouTube, is getting obsessed with content creation. My family will always make jokes that, do I ever put the camera down? Do I ever stop talking to the camera? Do I ever not think of recording something? And the reality is no, it's a 24/7 obsession, but so is the practice of law, and so was the practice of law with me. And it's probably just the way my brain is wired, but if I'm in something, I'm going to be all in all the time, and it's good and it's bad. Practicing law, I would wake up in the middle of the night sweating, thinking I forgot something, wondering if I'd done all the research, thinking of issues that I might not have looked into, worrying about whether or not I filed all the required documents. It would never end, and it wasn't necessarily constructive, but it's the way I'm wired. YouTube, it's the same thing, except I love creating, I love content creation, I love bringing something good into this world, so I don't mind. But yeah, it's a 24/7 obsession. I look at something, whenever I miss something, whenever I don't have my camera, I kick myself. I say, man, that would have been a beautiful moment to capture. It's a good, it's a bad thing, but it's a thing. And it only gets worse over time, but it is what it is, and you live with it, and it makes you what you are. Hold on one second. Okay, this is not working out very well anymore. All right, before I head in, the two last ones, which are the most brutal confessions, and they're things, but I'm not the only person who's gonna feel these things. I might be among the few people who admits them to the world. I hate feeling insignificant, and I hate feeling like a little baby who's trying to get daddy's attention when I create something and want to bring it to the attention of the person for whom it was created, who inspired it, who's referenced in it. Like I make funny videos where I've done the classical piano introduction to PewDiePie's Last Week I Asked You Vlawg, and I want him to see it. I would love for him to see it. I love his channel. I watch his channel. I would obviously love the recognition from a bigger, badder YouTuber. I would love the exposure that comes with getting recognized by these bigger players. And then the flip side is I feel like a silly kid. I feel immature and almost foolish and stupid. I'm a 39, I'm gonna be 40 years old in May. I'm a 40-year-old man trying to get the attention of a YouTuber on the internet, but it's the nature of the beast. It's like people hate self-promotion on the internet, but it's not like people are running to promote me on the internet. There are people, you have support, and there are people who support you and retweet your stuff, and it's fantastic and it's awesome. But if you don't promote yourself, nobody's gonna do it for you. But I feel dirty promoting myself. I feel dirty asking for favors. I feel dirty asking for things. I feel dirty asking for people to subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, and I feel even dirtier asking for people to buy merch. These are my insecurities, but they are real insecurities nonetheless. I feel like a baby. And then the question is, above and beyond feeling little and insignificant when you reach out to these big YouTubers like you're trying to get their attention like a kid with his parents, at what point does determination become annoying? It's a question I've always asked, at what point does bravery cease being bravery and start being stupidity? At what point does confidence cease being confidence and start being arrogance? At what point does determination just become annoying? How many times can I tweet a video link to PewDiePie or Casey Neistat before it gets inappropriately annoying? I don't know. And then this is the most important one. I have to clean the lens off for this. One of the most difficult things for me on YouTube is constantly worrying about offending somebody, alienating somebody. I don't want to offend anybody. And not in the sense that I want to please everybody. I don't want my content to be the source of someone else's distress, discomfort, or the source of their injury. I constantly, neurotically assess everything I put out there to determine whether or not it's going to reasonably be susceptible of hurting somebody. That's a perpetual nagging fear in my head, and it was the same thing in law, which is what made it so difficult, is that in law, your victory means somebody's defeat. Your joy means someone else's sadness. And the flip side, someone else's joy means your client's sadness. Opposing party's victory means your client's defeat. You conduct a cross-examination properly, you are going to be crushing somebody. As good as I was at doing it, it didn't make me feel good to do it. This is too much rain. Okay, the weather is not cooperating. A lot of these things are purely internal things to me and to people in general, and that's the other thing, is a lot of the things that make anything difficult come from within and not necessarily from without. As far as it goes, the things that are hardest about being a YouTuber are not unique to YouTube. They are universal to anything you care about, to anything you want to succeed at, to anything that is a highly competitive industry where you are competing with hundreds, thousands, millions of other people who have the exact same goal as you, and you don't know what makes them better than you don't know why others have success than you don't, and at the end of the day though, everybody is struggling with the same issues, whether or not they're huge YouTubers or tiny YouTubers, whether or not they're senior partners or solo practitioners. Everybody has these struggles. These are universal struggles that are universal to the human condition. Okay, freezing cold. Gotta go pick up a kid. Peace out. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Help me grow this channel if you could. Tell your friends about it. Share the link. Share the videos. Peace out.